What's good? That's right. What's good? Yes, Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana in the building.
We have a special guest, don't we now?
Today's special guest is Black Orgasms Matter. He's going to come in. He's going to chit chat with us from the ATL. And girl, it's going to be a hot conversation. Better be glad you're in the building. You better be glad you're in the motherfucking building.
Definitely. Oh, I'm going to set this right here so that we can wait for Mr. Black Orgasms Matter to join us. I think it's just a matter of him asking to join this conversation.
There he go. There you go right there. Ooh.
Okay, is that him?
Yeah, there you go right there. There you go
so
right
we're gonna wave.
All right. And yes, you waved, and
then we're going to...
How do you ask him to join in? Ooh.
Kelly.
Go on now, honey.
So, sir, go ahead and add yourself to this conversation.
Yeah.
We went ahead
request to add.
That's usually
what
request
to add. Yes, that's what we got to do. We got to request to add that.
Oh, okay. Request
All
to
right.
add.
Yes, you're here. I know.
Here.
Isn't there a thing that tells you to request to add us? I mean, to add yourself in the conversation. What's up? I know there is. Hey.
Let's see.
Yeah. Let's see. Wait. Yeah. Go to. How did that happen again?
I went here.
And then see what the dot says.
Go live.
Go live. There we go. Live. Yes. There it is. Now we got it going. It's a few technical things that we got to figure out with this shit.
And we good.
Connecting. Yes. Perfect. There he is. What's good, Pooh?
Yes.
Good. What's happening?
Hey, thank you for being with us. Absolutely. Yes.
Right. A little more light.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, that light is pretty good. You know, that'll work.
That's good?
Yeah, that works. We hear you and everything. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you all?
Oh, we're glad to be. First of all, a chick is glad just to have on makeup on her face. I mean, seriously. No, this jail sentence doesn't even, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I work from home. Yes, I'm blessed to work from home. But Lord, honey, there are times where I'm just like, wait, I'm only going to the store and I'll be back in 10 minutes. But I still feel like being pretty just to go to the store. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the mental shit I got to get over. You know what I mean? Just waiting for this shit to be over is just stressing everybody out. You know what I mean? But we're glad that you were available for this. You know what I mean? We're glad that, you know, you came through for this. Absolutely. You know, I definitely was looking forward to this conversation. I know Ruby was here, definitely looking forward to it. So, first of all, I'm going to shut up, give you a chance to introduce yourself to everybody. There's a whole lot of people waving hi. And so say hi to everybody and tell us who you are.
Hey, my sisters. Hey, Ruby.
Hey. I'm here. What's up?
I'm good. Hey, everyone online. My name is Eddie. I'm a tantric energy healer. Originally from New Orleans, and shout out to my sisters. I lived in Seattle for 12 years, so
shout out to Seattle.
Big time. Yeah, tantric energy healer. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, and I know we'll probably talk about it later, but there's different areas of tantra. So it's just like saying yoga. It's just like saying singing. There's so many areas of it. I'm looking forward to getting into that. I love what I do. I love setting the space for women to have orgasms. I love to be in that space. So
okay.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Yes, that's definitely loud. What's your question? Let me let you have the first question, girl.
Let me get this phone to stand up right. I don't know what's going on here. First, there we go. Thank you so much for joining us again. So, dang.
We're having some technical issues.
I'm fucking it.
But we got it though. We quick on the we quick on the move because ain't no weed lit yet. So we quick. We running quick. Ain't no weed lit yet. We all right.
Y'all leaving it relaxed so y'all can smoke one and chill out?
Oh, we about to smoke one and chill, but I'm
We've
just
been
saying.
Smoking. And so I guess I have a question for you, Eddie. There's so many different, I guess, layers in this industry, right? And so how do you set yourself apart from other tantric healers or, people that do similar things that you do?
I'm not fucking my clients.
Yes.
Okay.
Say that one more time, please.
Please say that again.
I'm not fucking my clients.
Oh.
Okay. All right. And okay.
The second thing is my services are for women of color.
Okay.
There's a lot of healing that needs to be done in the world, right? In my opinion, the healing between men and women, that divide needs to be taken care of. With that said, women of color need some motherfucking healing. And in this space, because of certain reasons, we'll tend to shift our focus away from women of color. And so that's where I see my area of focus, and that's where I'm lasered into. And you're all my sisters, you all are my mother, you all are my aunts and nieces and shit like that. And why do I need to learn what I learned to then go away from you?
Indeed.
Okay.
Talking to you from previous conversations, I know your services mostly focus on women. So, has there been any men that tried to approach you in their relationship as far as like they, trying to learn some techniques from you in order to better their relationship?
Yes, I definitely do that. That's the other side of it. To help brothers in their relationships, to help brothers with their own selves. So yes, techniques, philosophies, ideals. So that's the other side of it.
That's wonderful.
I've realized for myself and the services that I like to give is that I can't work with everybody. You know what I mean? And it's okay to say no when there's not a match, right? So what would be some red flags of somebody who comes to you for help, but you having your experience knowing that you can't intervene?
I've had to learn that over time. Part of the thing my teachers teaches us, I'm a student of Master Yao Moore's of Grand Tribe Tantra here in Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm big on lineage, so that's why I bring that up. Just on the side, a lot of people want to do spiritual work, but they don't want a teacher. So they just want to read some shit on Google or read some books and shit like that, and just start doing shit. It's like it's more in depth than that. So as I was saying, he taught us that we're not 100 or 500 years ago where we're learning this stuff in the ashram, and we're learning it for years and years and years. We learn it in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then we get out into the world and practice it. So I've learned to listen more, to listen to my spirit more, to listen to the vibrations more. If the sister would come in, if I can see if she wants like deep healing work done, and I can see she's really, really not into focusing on self, I kind of dive into that. I'm like, sister, this shit takes a lot of work. You're dealing with sexual repression. You're dealing with issues with sexual trauma. I can do this and I can do that, or I can show you this and show you that, but it's going to take some fucking work. And if I get pushed back and I'm seeing things, I'm looking in her eyes, I'm like, hey, well, let me just give you a thing or two for free. And once you get back with me in a couple weeks, and let's talk about your progress and how that felt. And so I started to do little stuff like that to test their mental, to test their metal, to see if they really, really want to do this.
Kind of like a free consultation. Let's see if this works out type of deal.
Or let's see if you really want it. Let's see if you really want it, because that's how you figure out if they really on the path to healing versus you just
trying to get the rocks
here off. To get your rocks off.
Right, and okay, that's two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So the healing, okay, we're trying to cultivate our kundalini energy, our sexual energy, to do something, to transfer my sexual energy to the sisters to affect the sister's sexual energy for her healing, for her manifestation, or for orgasm. So it's like 3 different levels. So if she wants to have some fun, that's some whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. She wants to manifest. I need to see. Okay, you want to manifest? What are you doing in this realm to manifest something? Do you have a business plan? Do you have a product? Do you have a service? Do you have any licenses? What are you doing in this realm so I can help you with my sexual energy and take your sexual energy so we can shoot that up to the heavens?
Right.
And then then that's the healing. So I just wanted to bring that extra layer to the conversation.
Okay.
But if she just wants to get that nut, we can do that for her, goddammit.
I mean, if you hit the Cash App. If you hit the Cash App, it's all about what you want to do. Well,
non-fucking related, right?
Non-fucking related, basically.
No, not physically fucking related. But we gonna do some spiritual fucking and sucking.
Oh, okay. Well, please elaborate on what that means.
My style is different from, and I've kind of came out of favor with some people that do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not this whole fifth dimensional and you're yoni and let's pray and let's breathe and all that. I do the praying and I'm doing the breathing. I do it like shit, but I talk like the fuck I talk, and like I say sucking and fucking. But what I mean is, let's make a spiritual connection and let me touch you. Let me touch your spiritual body and. Fuck that. I'm reaching out and touching your motherfucking nipple and use my sexual energy to get you there. Or I'm reaching out to spiritually touch your clit. Or I'm reaching out to touch acupuncture points that's connected to your sexual meridians to help you feel some kind of motherfucking way.
Okay, so you're like, what is that called? Where it's like the out-of-body experience. It's like an astro
traveling, yes.
Okay, so you're doing this astro fucking, and so how do we charge for this service, or is it like?
Oh no, there's definitely a charge. He already said, "Have you hit the Cash App?"
No, I'm saying
that.
Like, what do you charge? Is it an hourly rate, or is there a package deal?
The package deals are great. I only do package deals. Excuse me, for healing, I only do package deals. You can get 1 or 2 sessions, but that's not gonna do you shit. Honestly, with healing, my deals right now for manifestation of orgasms are $20 for 15 minutes, $50 for half an hour, and then $100 for an hour. And then after this little shit goes off, the prices go to the regular prices.
So those are discounted prices for now based on, the corona, because you're doing everything virtual. Obviously.
Everything is virtual. And I can take you through a little, the preparation for that, because I like to do a little motherfucking, a little ritual for that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go there.
I think you should do the ritual on my sister Kai while we observe and know what the fuck you talking about, really.
Don't fuck with me, because I can do something right now while you bullshit.
Our viewers would like to know.
Let's see that, shall we? Let's see that.
Okay. Oh,
we gotta get our giggles off first. This is some real shit.
I gotta start laughing.
You gonna
I gotta start
astro
laughing.
project? Fuck you, girl.
I'm sorry. I gotta
Astral
start.
project.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to understand what we talking about
No,
here. Hold on.
There's okay. So this is. I'm not meaning to make light of the situation at
No,
all. Okay,
I'm just laughing
it's
because I got.
In fact, with my partner, I envision getting a certain amount of money in the bank when I'm about to come. Okay, so I think in a real way, I'm doing exactly what you're talking about in my own simple, everyday, Ruby living life way. You feel me? So I'm just saying, let's see a sample of that because I'm gonna throw you out there, okay? My lovely lady right here, due to flight situations, it has brought a little bit of a, what's the word? A little pause, you know what I'm saying? A pause on for the mighty waters to cometh down. You feel me? So she needs some inspiration.
And the fact is, he might be watching. Okay, so go on.
Are you serious?
Lord, bruh.
So let the stars align.
Bruh.
Let's do this shit.
Bruh.
I just got my tooth pulled and I'm sorry, go ahead.
We could do a quick little 5-minute session.
What's up? I ain't scared. What's good? I ain't scared.
All right, cool. That's what's up. All right, so
Okay.
Lord.
Should I have her standing?
Standing?
Okay.
I ain't
Sit
scared.
right here.
all right, so the connection, depending on your energy setup and if you had it done before, it depends on a whole lot of things if we can make a connection this fast, right? So let's just keep it there. Are you usually horny?
Uh-huh.
What type of lover do you like?
What type of what?
What type of lover do you like? Do you like love making? Do you like fucking and sucking? Do you like BDSM? Do you like girls? Do you like orgies? Swinging shit? What's up?
Fuck. Lord, lots of
Right.
questions.
Right.
I like definitely making love and fucking and sucking. I want that shit to be in between. I want that shit has to flow right. It has to be both.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Ruby, can you set the time for 5 minutes?
I
Step
can.
what aside for 5 minutes?
Let me yes, we can get our weed man to set the timer for 5 minutes, please. Darling,
Set
yes.
the timer for 5 minutes. Oh, we setting a timer. Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna take notes while y'all are doing this because
Apparently.
I'm serious. I'm learning.
Apparently, I want to see what's going on.
Students.
Okay. Okay, just breathe with me. Close your eyes. Just lay back and breathe.
Okay.
Good. Breathe. Deep breath. Okay, I'm coming to you right now. Just relax. Just relax your mind. I want you to breathe with me, deep breaths. And I want you to breathe in and out of your chest. Like you're breathing in and out of your nipples. Good. Good.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting mad sleepy.
You getting sleep? You getting sleepy? Say again?
I'm getting sleepy, yo. Oh, yo.
Okay.
I literally have to remind myself, like, wait, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
No, you good. You good. Is that sleep feeling just come on you, or you've been feeling like that?
Nah, I'm just feeling sleepy.
Okay.
I'm like,
you're like what?
I'm just feeling sleepy. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Okay, you got you.
Is it the kind of sleep like he just put
In
it
your
on?
mind. Say again?
I was saying, does she mean she's exhausted, like she's spent, or what kind of sleep feeling is it?
No, I mean, like, I'm relaxed and I'm ready to go to sleep. Like, I'm like, my eyes are closed, my head is back, and I'm just like, whoa, wait, I might be sleepy.
I got you.
This is not good.
What is your favorite? What is your favorite position?
I don't got a favorite. All of them.
Okay, got you. In your mind, I want you to think about the best sex you ever had. The most energizing sex, the best sex. When you bust that nut, that shit shot through your motherfucking toes. You're like, I'm calling this nigga to tomorrow, type of shit. Right? So, okay. Breathe with me.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to close my eyes and breathe. You're
No,
right.
you're good. And I want you to breathe that energy in your third eye and out of your breath. In your third eye and out of your breath. Out of your nipples. See that feeling. Feel that feeling. Relive it. Relive it on your third eye and have it go all the way to your nipples.
Yo, did I just hear a child walk out of here, son? What the fuck?
Motherhood, sex, and marijuana.
Motherhood, sex, marijuana. A child just walked past. She wasn't supposed to be walking out here. I done told her. The fuck?
She's been walking by the whole time. It's all good.
I'm just going through the garbage. It's all right. I'm minding my business. No. I told you. Stay your ass in the room. Yo.
Well, I feel like we can grasp where that was going.
I mean, I get it.
Like
I get it, but I at the same time, I don't know. I think something like that. I guess something like that would be. I guess if I was like I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm conscious of the fact that we're on live, but people are watching, and it's like you know what I'm saying. But maybe if it was something like one-on-one, and candles and shit like that, you feel what I'm saying? Absolutely. And it's like, you know what I mean? Then and it's like, yeah, and it's like nobody's watching me, and it's just me and you versus. No, right now. And like I said, I put as soon as I closed my eyes, my first thought was, yo, this is a perfect way to take a nap. And then I had to say, wait, no, don't go to sleep. Shut up. Don't go to sleep.
Right. And then the music and then everything going on. It's not.
Yes, we have some great music because the Weed Man is rolling right now.
Shout out to the Weed Man
and the Weed Man is also the DJ. So we, it's all good. It's all good. So, but yes, sleepy is what I felt just now. But like I said, I felt like that's the kind of experience that would flow more genuinely, more authentically, and organically if it was just one-on-one. You feel me?
For sure. And I just tried it just to see, because you never know. But like Ruby said, that's just a little taste of how it can go. Like I'll have a client and she said, I'm tired, or I'm this or that. And I had one specific client, she said, I'm tired. I said, okay, well, baby, why don't you go ahead and get on all fours, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I had to get all on fours doggy style. And I shot the energy to her root chakra, to her ass, and to the bottom of her feet. So it just depends on the situation. It depends on the feedback. It depends on intuitively what I'm led to recommend.
The bottom of her feet, though?
The bottom of we deal with
pressure points.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense if that's what it is.
And the bottom of the feet, they're connected to, I think it's the spleen. It's the spleen or the stomach, a meridian, and that's connected to the sexual organ. So we use the bottom of the feet. We'll use around the ankle bone, like I said, the breast, the eyes, the clit, and other points as well.
Okay. And how do you prevent from these clients not to fall in love with you because they feel like they're under a spell or you've awoken something?
Right.
Stalker vibes. Stalker.
Say again?
Stalker vibes.
Right. First of all, that's a great one. I make sure my intention is cool.
Oh, damn.
We just have to log back it.
Your battery's kind of low, honey.
Oh, okay.
Is that probably why? Here.
Oh, we lost him for a second, honey. Just hang in there with us, people.
Are y'all here too?
Yeah, hang in there with us. Hang in there.
She can call you for the laptop.
Oh, everything.
Oh, y'all still smoking over there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you better wear ash that. I took your ashtray.
Whoa.
Okay.
Sorry, people. We had a situation. We had a situation.
We are back.
We had a situation. Oh, Lord, heck, joined. Lord, that's him.
Oh, we got
Lord.
the black cord here. Let me give you the black cord. Not that black cord.
So yes, we had a situation. You know what I mean?
Thank you for bearing with us, family.
But bear with us. We're gonna get Black Orgasms right back on the line.
Definitely.
We're having some situations. We're working on it.
Does anyone have any questions or any comments to share?
Oh, please.
You may have been typing something, but I've been just focused on that whole session.
Please, if you have any questions. Oh, Lord.
Shout out to everybody joining in as well.
My phone decides to do the slide to the left. Lord. Everybody decided they wanted to slide today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're just waiting for Black Orgasms Matter to join the conversation again.
Yes.
Slight technical difficulties over here.
Yeah. I'm just saying. As long as you're sticking with us, you feel me? As long as you're sticking with us.
If you're just tuning in, we almost saw Kai Storm just have an orgasm.
Wait. Yes, add him. A view. Yes. A failed attempt. I'm sorry, failed because honestly, I want to have the real ones with a certain man. A certain particular.
Hey! Thank you for that, and
thank
sorry
you.
About
We had a technical situation. But we glad you're back.
Welcome back.
Oh man.
You're gonna have a quick question.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just said you was waiting on to have the real thing with, somebody else. It's a real question.
This is a real question. Yeah, go right ahead. Ain't nobody scared. Go right ahead.
No, so that's true.
That's absolutely true.
Okay. No, the reason why I asked is because that could be, we call it blocks, right? And that could be a reason for a block as well. Maybe not in this circumstance, but that's something I talk about with the clients as well. Because something like that can definitely affect the energy flow.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, like I said, with you, with this the session, like I said, when I said it, that it truly would make sense to be a one-on-one. Yes, that was true. But at the same time, yeah. I need to have a real one with a real one, and the real one is watching right now, and I'm waiting on you, Daddy. Yes, I is. The fuck? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I want to see the video.
No disrespect, and the video gonna be sick, baby. I like you, my dude. I like you. You're cool and everything, but she gets watery, wet for certain particulars. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
That's a block.
I can't do it.
She's over here trying to blame the kids walking by. It was
Either way, I was just like, this ain't gonna happen, honey. Well, no, sir.
Shout out to all the lovers out there. Eddie, are you married or in a relationship or relationships?
I'm not married. I have a couple friends. So no relationship right now.
Gotcha. And how do your friends view your work?
It is crazy. I never understood. I grew up in church. Don't kind of go off and come back. I never understood why motherfuckers in church like, you gotta be in church with me, motherfucker. I never understood until I started doing this, where if a sister's not interested in this type of lifestyle, I really can't be involved with her, because I do. Maybe I can adjust that for the booty rubs. For the booty rubs. I can adjust it for the yoni massages. I can adjust it for certain things. You know what I'm saying? But as the whole, I practice tantric energy healing, but I want someone I can go to tantric sex classes with.
Right.
To really dive into this. So it's important for me to have her down with this shit. It's very important.
Excellent. With regard to your CBD, or your integration of or utilization of CBD, explain that process.
It's just basically for relaxation or healing. I use CBD. For more of the fun shit is the cannabis.
Okay.
And I don't have I haven't been trained in it, so I don't know a whole lot about the medical benefits of this or that. I'll be honest about that. So that's the two distinctions I make.
Get this on here because I can't even get into it. It's pissing me off. I'm sitting here trying to work the camera. Anyway, but yeah, that's glad to hear about, here I'm about to try to pretend like I'm jumping in the conversation and understood and hear everything I said. No, I didn't hear everything. So that's where the weed kicks in.
We were talking about his utilization of CBD.
Yes, the booty rubs, the cannabis root booty rubs. So people, so basically, it's cannabis oil or?
Yes, cannabis cream.
To help with the relaxation.
I gotta put my gloves on because I don't smoke no more. But y'all can smoke enough for me.
Oh, here we go. We most certainly are smoking enough for you. Trust me.
One thing. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the main thing I noticed in this fuck shit Corona time. That yes. The weed is disappearing faster because I'm smoking it more because I'm at the house all day goddamn long. I mean, you know what I mean? And I know even because, we're all home all day long, we've created all kind of different ideas to promote our business. What ideas have you come up with to promote yours?
Okay, I want to go back for a second before I forget. I have so many beautiful memories of Seattle. I was living in the university district, and the homeboy hooked me up to the weed man And this the weed man. He had the scale check. All his shit had crystals on it. Check. And it was only $50 an eighth. Check. And so Cat was like, I'll see you later. I'm like, I'll see you every week, motherfucker.
Okay.
So the stuff I'm doing to promote my business through the coronavirus is just doing more interviews, lowering my prices, just put myself out there and just put myself out there more. That's the main thing. I found when I do that, I get a couple calls or what have you, and so that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I jumped into your live that when was that, Sunday night?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you know, you definitely had a lot of people come through and ask you different questions. I'm sure you even gained a client or two, because I remember when we were talking, homegirl jumped right in your DM, didn't she? I damn sure did. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get your DJ skills up, though. I'm gonna have to pull your card on that. You gonna have to get your DJ skills up. You feel me?
I can accept that advisement.
Because if you're gonna be playing music, you gotta play it right. You gotta play it right.
For sure.
Do you have any questions for us, Eddie?
Yes. What type of events or what type of what are you doing to spread the word of motherhood, marijuana, and sexy shit?
Well, I mean, it's the way we live our lives, you know? These are 3 topics that we talk about on the daily, you know what I mean? I think for me, I just got annoyed, you know, with different perceptions. Maybe it could have been the circle that I was around, maybe my family's ignorance on what sex is, what marijuana is even. And I was judged a lot for it. I was judged because I was a mother who liked to fuck and who liked to smoke weed, you know, and it just aggravates me, you know what I mean? Because obviously these kids got here somewhere, right? And then just because I have a bunch of kids now, am I any less sexy? You feel me? And then there's this whole misconception about cannabis, and I'm such an advocate for it. Now, are there better ways to ingest it? Sure. I'm exploring that. You know what I mean? One thing that I can't stand about weed is that it's too expensive right now. And so my team and I have discussed ways of producing our own, you know, within the legal, you know, parameters that have been set, you know? So anywho, it's just a conversation about these 3 topics that we can speak about endlessly. You feel me? And we want to destigmatize destigmatize it. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I hope that answers your question.
For me, like she said, motherhood. I've been a mother since age of 25. I've been smoking weed way longer than that. And you know what I'm saying? Sex is just part of life. Just keep it real. So, you know, we've explored levels, you know what I mean? One thing about me and this queen right here, we both explored levels of all 3 subjects, and we continue to live it on a daily basis. And
Unapologetically.
And the fact is that we live in a state where the shit is legal. And, you know what I'm saying, it's, you know what I mean, the weed stores have been deemed essential, so they open. They deemed essential, so they open.
At 8 o'clock, by the way.
So, you feel me? So, and then on top of the fact that I used to live in New York, I used to buy weed in the basements on corners, or, you know, somebody's broke down doors or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So And so when this venture was brought to me, when it was brought, as the idea was brought to me, it was just easy to jump right in. Because I talk this every day on a regular basis. I've written books that had, have jumped into those three subjects, subjects of motherhood, subjects of, smoking, and subjects of definitely fucking. So this shit just it seemed like a good idea. Never mind the fact that all the research I've done, nobody's talking about these three subjects at the same time. Nobody, just us.
We're just trying to get
we finna capitalize on that. We finna capitalize on that.
Gain some solidarity within our community. There is a community of mamas who like to, I like to make cookies too. I like to do all that extra, that so-called mama shit. You know what I mean? I go on dates with my kids. We talk about sex. We talk about weed. We talk about how they should not be smoking weed for this, and that reasons. And we talk about why I do, as if I even need an explanation. But that's it. I think as soon as I can, I will create more programs to help bring awareness. I don't know what that will entail. Maybe it will entail a curriculum for kids and parents alike or something like that. I don't know. But how do we contribute? We just talk about it. We have an open conversation. We destigmatize, and we look out for other sisters who are experiencing situations like that.
I don't know.
Another question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you all done the research, or is it a big issue there with how corporations have gotten to the cannabis industry and they're using chemicals and all this type of shit to make the shit grow faster, stronger, bigger, and how it's affecting people? I heard it's called the stomach syndrome or something like that.
So I don't know anything with regards to the science. I did some research through shout out Shaka Bars. And so he was talking about why he doesn't smoke weed. He talks about pretty much how burning the ganja is, killing it, in fact, and those, so I'm aware of that aspect of it. I'm a pothead. I love to smoke weed. I love my blunts, and it's unapologetic. You feel me? Some people love their cigarettes and other shit. You feel me? So I know that there's a different way. This is my preferred method. I do implore everyone who wants to experiment with cannabis, go to a dispensary, ask them. There's tinctures, there's topicals that you can just rub. There is edibles, obviously. You know what I mean? You don't have to smoke it. I love to smoke it. You feel me? But so yeah, there is, but I'm not a cannabis expert. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not trying to give anybody advice. I'm just trying to be like, hey, if you smoke, good for you. If you like cannabis, then good for you. I do too.
My answer to that is I haven't done much research on how on what the process is as far as growing it is concerned. I feel like, based on the fact that we live on the side of the country where there's a lot of farms, you know what I mean? A lot of these stores, they buy from the farm. So it just makes sense that, you know what I mean? And then they do different things in order to cross different breeds in order to create new names and new strains. So it just makes sense that, yeah, they might toss a little extra whatever to make it grow and whatnot. But that doesn't definitely don't stop me from smoking it. Oh, hell no.
Right.
Oh, hell no. Fuck no. Fuck no.
You know what I'm saying? We have talked about growing our own shit, though. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. We talked to some farmers about that and get some more facts on it. I don't know. Something I would like to do. But yeah, that's a great question. Thank you.
And the beauty of living on this side of the country is that, you know, having it being legal, there's a certain amount of plants that you can grow as an individual, you know, without getting bothered by, you know, anybody, you know what I'm saying anything. You know what I mean? There's
know your laws.
There's a certain amount. So as long as you're following the law, they can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
But yeah. But honestly, I'm very much the city girl that, you know what I mean? I mean, I recognize this ain't really city, but I'm a very much a city girl where I like walking in the store and just saying, what's on discount? What? Oh, that's only $15? No, I don't give a fuck what the name of it is. We'll pass it along. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that shit. Because, of course, the happy people want to and that's the beautiful thing. Like, if you don't know nothing about cannabis, you can go into these stores and the happy people will give you a rundown of everything. If you want a rundown, everything. But I don't be wanting no rundown. I'll be wanting what's the price? What it look like?
Specials, please.
What it look like? What the price?
Whitney, I'm going to need to know
what it look like? What the price?
Honey.
What? How much this? $22. Well, okay. Cause the other day, a shout out to my people's goodness gracious, she are watching right now. I had to explain it to her because I was in a weed store and I was talking to her on Marco Polo, this app that me and her chat on each other with, and I was explaining to her, and she was like, "Yo, the fuck is you buying?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm buying a 3/5." She's like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "Yo, all right, I forgot. New York. Okay. A 3/5 is like a pregnant 20 in New York. It's a pregnant 20." And she was like, "Oh, all right, I got you. Pregnant 20." And she was like, "All right, so what's a gram?" I was like, "A gram is like it could be a fat nickel, but it could not be a fat nickel, depending on what kind of quality. You know what I'm saying?
I want to buy weed like
what a nickel is what a gram is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? But the
so
3.5, the 3.5, you know, you that's a fat 20. That's a pregnant 20 right there. Yeah. You like pregnant 20s. We all like pregnant 20s. You know what I'm saying? In New York, the pregnant 20 is very popular. Yes. So yeah, you know, but honestly, even though our taxes is high, our taxes ain't as high as Chicago. Motherfucker, they got $150 taxes on weed and $80 taxes.
Photoshop.
Fuck it. I said a gram for $71 and then paying $180 for on taxes. So the whole price tag come up to like three inch. The fuck? No, I'm robbing the weed store or I'm buying weed the black market. One or the other gonna happen.
Shame on you greedy capitalists.
One or the other is gonna happen. Dead ass.
There's enough for everybody. Greedy.
Why you got motherfuckers paying $100 in taxes for weed? Why?
Trying to get that cheese.
Hey, and we're not even discussing politics on here. This is just basic human rights. That's fucked up.
Yeah, basically. And then you got bitches jumping online talking about, oh, why is the weed store open? Weed store ain't essential. The fuck it ain't. The fuck it ain't, you dumb bitch. Go sit. Go sit the entire fuck there. Oh, I can't. I actually want her. Her name is Peggy Hubbard. This bitch jumped on her live. Yes, I know her funky ass name. This bitch jumped on her live talking about her husband is a police officer in Chicago, Illinois, and that she is upset that she drove past the weed store and there were 20 people online at the weed store. She upset that her husband got to be out there fighting Corona and protecting them. Yo, fuck, yo. That's what the fuck he signed up for. Huh? I said that's what he signed up for. Never mind say, yes, the weed store essential. First of all, is the weed store bothering you? Why you driving past the weed store? Wait, why you care if people online? Why that bother you? But wait, you're gone too far now. Send me out here. You're gone too far. Because I don't. Yeah, she. That's what literally. She, instead of being at home with her mouth open, legs wide, just ready for the dick, you on live criticizing people that paying $100 for taxes on weed. You lucky
Shame on
somebody
you.
ain't turn over your car and shoot your. Wait, girlfriend, sit down. Take several seats. You should know. Let me explain how you really shouldn't bother people that are buying weed and spending $100 in taxes just for the weed. Never mind the weed alone. 1 gram was $71. $71 for a gram. Who is going to die before I pay $71 for a gram? I want to. And then she was criticizing, talking about why is the weed so essential? Because it is. Because it is.
Yes, it
I
truly is.
I don't even like the fact that you was talking shit. I don't even like the fact that she was talking shit. And I kind of just want to holler at her like, bitch, I dare you to say something. Because a bitch is going to cuss your funky ass out.
Yeah, she's calling you out.
A bitch is going to cuss your funky ass out because my weed store is essential. Every weed store open is essential. The weed man is essential.
Yes. And so
I'm done.
What do you have any other questions though for Mr. Eddie?
Any other questions? Shit. Nah, if anything, just tell us, tell everybody your information, tell them how to
get
find
a hold
you.
of you.
And serious inquiries. That's all. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Shout out Black Orgasms. What's that? Black Orgasms
Matter on Instagram. I'm doing a book coming up in several months. It's erotic literature. The name is Red Brick Condo.
Okay.
It's a story of an upscale melanated swingers condominium. So that's coming in a couple months. And looking forward to getting that out to the people. You can reach me at Black Orgasms Matter on Instagram. Like I said, do my tantric energy work, and I am so looking forward. And I talked to the sister about some other things that relate to this, but I'm so looking forward to coming out to Seattle, to doing some work with you sisters. Maybe I can do hands-on work. Maybe homeboy can come so I can show him a couple things.
Oh Lord. Well.
And I want to get you
I don't think he needs no help, but
thank you so much for being on the.
I'm going to just go and say that because he watching. You don't need no motherfucking help. But go on.
Shout out to Mr. Mystery that she's referring to.
Oh, no.
Thank you so much, Mr. Black Orgasms Matter. We appreciate you.
Yes.
And thank you to all who viewed us. Please give us a like, subscribe to this, talk about it, talk shit.
And definitely send us your comments.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Send us an email. Let us know. You know what I mean? And if you're going to contact him for serious inquiries. Don't come with that fuck shit. He ain't got time for it.
No fuck shit. Some fuck shit, but no fuck shit.
The right kind of fuck shit.
And Ruby, I can definitely help you with your manifestation too. It's not like you're doing good, but I can help you tweak it a little bit if you're interested.
Well, if it's okay with my partner, then I think I'm good actually. I appreciate you very much.
I can tell you right now. Well, if you're good.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank you for viewing us and have a beautiful day. Keep in touch, y'all.
Be blessed.
All right. Yes. Wait.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. We was ending the live with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still
all right,
going.
sir.
Remember, we got a conversation. Yeah. Remove. Yes. Let's switch the camera around.
Oh, my bad.
Y'all looking at the weed manager?
Hold up.
Wait, that's the button right there, honey.
Oh, my bad.
We having technical difficulties over here. Yeah.
I'm the technical difficulty, if anything.
We having technical difficulties, but yes.
Thank you so much for everybody who viewed that.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, seriously. The fact is that one of the many reasons why we're doing this is not only to, open up the discussion on the main 3 subjects, motherhood, sex, marijuana, but also to, just bring your new shit. Bring you new shit that you may never have heard of, new shit that you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not familiar with, and and to support, our businesses. Because right about, especially now, everyone that is continuing in business is struggling hard, and we should, and the ones that can support should definitely support. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Should definitely support, because I mean, that's how we gonna survive this. The fact is, we all thinking about survival. Ain't nobody here thinking about no, oh, that this is gonna take us out. Nah. We here, we in here. You feel me? We here, we in here, and we gonna continue to be here. We gonna be outside of this. This is just gonna be history, but we don't just gonna step all the way outside of this. You know what I'm saying? Gotta put that back in.
Yeah.
But yes, so we wanted to also discuss a couple things on, that's on our heads, that's on our discussion piece.
Okay.
And one of the things we decided we were talking about, baby mothers. You know what I mean? Baby mothers having, you know what I mean? If you're in a relationship, he got kids,
Blended families.
Y'all got kids. How do you, like, are you part of the whole movement of trying to get them together as far as the siblings, so that the siblings are comfortable with each other and know each other?
Yes.
Or do you hate, or do you know what I mean? Or do you let the baby father handle it? Like, we were all talking about that. We were definitely talking about that. We definitely wanted to have a full discussion with everyone about that.
Hey, let's have an idea. Let's just get reset up real quick, and then we'll come back at it. Those topics, at least on this one, because it's about to die anyway.
All right, well, we could take a break. We could definitely take a break and come right on back. And see you in a few minutes, people.
Reset up. You gotta reset up.
Yeah.
And every day is the same. I wake up, get the kids ready for school, drop them off at the sitter's house, and then off for a long day at work. At the end of my work day, I rush off through traffic to pick up the kids, go home, prepare dinner while providing any kind of homework assistance I can muster, feed them, to get them in bed, so that I can finally have a minute to smoke a joint in peace before bedtime. That particular moment of silence with just me and Mary Jane is exactly what I live for. Well, I live for the kids too, but mommy needs her me time. I am satisfied with my current situation. However, during my me moments, I find myself imagining all types of adventures that I would be getting into if I was just single, instead of single with kids. I love my kids, and I'm grateful to wake up and do for them every day, so fantasies can stay in the weed clouds that swirl around me. The last 24 hours, I have to stay turned out complete. Wait, sorry, hold on. The last 24 hours, I have to say, turned out completely different for me. I don't know if I stepped into a different dimension, or if all of a sudden I was blessed by a special angel. Either way, the minute I left work, the rest of my day changed dramatically. There's a popular bar across the street from where I work, and although I've never stopped by to check it out, for some reason, I found myself staring at it as I walked to my car. Just as I reached my car, I saw a familiar face pop up out of the bar that immediately surprised me. I couldn't believe it. Ra was one of my first boyfriends as a teenager, and even though it had been at least 20 years since I saw him last, he still had the same face as a grown man. I ran up to him and he greeted me with a loving bear hug. We only chatted for a couple of minutes before he asked me to have dinner with him in the bar. And as soon as I looked like I was going to say no, he hit me with this line. "Oh, come on. Nobody's in there, so our food will come out quick, and I haven't seen you in ages. What's half an hour with an old friend going to hurt?" I looked at the time, then his smile, and immediately agreed. We went back into the bar, and it was truly empty, so our food arrived rather quickly. We ate, reminisced on old times, and caught up on our current situations. He became recently single, like me, but he had no children. He lived close by, while I lived about an hour away. Our conversation was fun and carefree, but the horny girl in me kept staring at his lips and thinking about sitting on them. I remembered having a huge crush on him when all I had was nips on my chest and peach fuzz on my pussy, so seeing him as a grown man had me feeling spicy. I didn't make it known, especially because he kept the conversation friendly. And once we were done eating, Raw paid for our dinner and walked me back to my car. As I turned to say goodbye, he surprised me by grabbing me abruptly and tongue-kissing me. Leaning against my car, Raw kissed me deeply and rubbed his hands all over me to the point where I almost forgot we were outside. His hand slid under my shirt and lifted my bra with ease to pinch my already hard nipples. My muffled moans through the kisses and soaked panties had me forgetting that I needed to get on the road ASAP until I heard him say, "Come home with me." That literally brought me back to reality. I pulled away from him and fixed myself up while explaining quickly why I had to go. We exchanged numbers, made a date to see each other that weekend, and said our final goodbyes. I got home an hour after picking up the kids and apologizing immensely to the sitter for being late. My night finished up smoothly, and by the time I was ready to roll a joint, I was very much in the mood for a couple of orgasms. Laying comfortably on my bed, I've gotten quite talented at smoking a fat one while playing with my wet pussy at the same time till I come. It's the best feeling, especially when I close my eyes and imagine my fingers are actually someone's tongue. As soon as I finished rolling my joint, my phone started ringing, and without looking, I answered it, immediately jumping to the conclusion that it was Raw. I said, "It's really late, don't you think?" Then I heard, "I know, but I miss you. I want to see you. I'm right outside." It wasn't Raw. Meek, aka my weed man, had a tendency of popping up at my house. Don't get me wrong, I like getting visits from Meek because every now and then, when I call him for weed, we would end up smoking a little and fucking a lot. And when he comes by, he never wants to stay over and just leaves extra weed for me, so it's a win-win situation every time. Being that I was extremely horny from seeing Raw earlier, I gladly invited him in so we could get another taste of the flavor that he always savors. Meek loved to fuck me because I sucked his dick till his legs were weak. Meanwhile, his wife won't, and she wonders why he disappears on her sometimes. As I sat on Meek's face and I coated his goatee with my juices, I imagined myself doing the same thing with Raw after our date.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's good?
Welcome
yes, welcome back, B. Yes, I'm telling you, look.
That's GMO Crasher.
GMO Crasher.
Hybrid.
All right, so we're smoking on GMO Crasher per our weed man. Shout out the weed man.
I am the weed man.
Yes. Shout out the weed man. All right, so my sister here was talking about blended families. We were ending the last session with that topic. And we both have had experience in that regard. And I think I'd like for you, my question for you is, how has the blended family dynamic made you a stronger woman?
It definitely works out for me as the only person that really, well, no, that's not even true. I mean, all of my kids have siblings, and but the older two, the two older most ones, they know their siblings, and I've never had a problem. Never mind the fact that I ain't ever had no situation with nobody's baby mama. Like we don't have no reason to talk. The correlation and the conversations between brothers and sisters has happened via baby daddy. He handled that, and they know their siblings. They talk to their siblings on a regular basis. I don't have an issue. I really don't. And the main reason why I don't have an issue is because I feel like there is no problem. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, family is family, and they should know their family. You know what I mean? Their father is involved, and it's part of their life. So why not let them go ahead? You know what I mean? It's no shade off my back. It helps with the development of my kids, that's the main thing I care about, is making sure that my kids are okay. Like, the fuck? Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And if getting and if getting to know their siblings and being part of that part of the family is going to help in their development, hell the fuck yeah, I'm gonna go sign that all day, all the fuck day.
Yes, y'all, we're talking about blended families and the dynamic. So blended families, how does that make you a strong woman? And I believe, and Sister Kai was talking about her children and the dynamic there. So I think that I was raised into a blended family, and I think as a child, because we all know that children are very smart and they observe everything. And as a child, I remember seeing choices of the adults around me, and just knowing what I did not like as a child. And I knew when people didn't like me or didn't want me around. And only until I became an adult is when I realized why that was the case, And so, excuse me, I just feel like, oops. And then now, as an adult and being married and having our own family dynamic, I think it's just important that you realize that really it's about the kids. And so what does that mean, though? What does that mean about keeping it about the kids? You got a story about how you've kept it cool for your kids' sake?
Kept it cool for my kids' sake? Yeah. Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was I never had a situation with any baby mothers. I mean, my first baby father, our relationship ended early, and I never had the need to be his baby mother. His baby mother lived in Jamaica, and my second baby father, sure. Nah, I don't need to meet his baby, his other. But the children, they know each other. They know each other. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as Kai was saying, you said to reintroduce the topic being blended families, right? So blended families consisting of multiple baby mamas, baby daddies, you know, and children is the main key in that factor, right? And so we talked about how it can. Well, let's talk about some of the negatives. I think no, we don't need to talk about the negatives. I think that's just kind of apparent. But I think like straight up, like some shit when I was in my mind, like as a kid, some things haunt me the way that my adults were doing things. You feel me? How my parents were handling shit, you know, how adults around them were handling shit. And I remember how I felt to this day. And so that, you know, keep that into mind when you have a blended family and when you're thinking about, you know, raising and getting into that dynamic, because some of the drawbacks, as we know, is that people will get their emotions in the way. You feel me? And when you are selfish, it could fuck shit up, really. You know what I mean? And I think adults fuck shit up a lot of the time.
And you hear about it. You hear about it. You absolutely hear situations. I mean, you hear superstars go through this shit where, you know what I'm saying, where they got 50, 11 baby mamas and one is fighting for more money than the other one. And because the latest, I mean, shit, not to even, we shouldn't even be mentioning his bitch ass, but Future, I mean, look.
Oh my Lord.
I think the seventh one or the ninth one, she talked about she wants some kind of fucking 11,000 a month to take care of baby. And it's like, bitch, 11,000? Where the fuck? What kind of 11? Why you need 11,000? 11,000 for the what?
I don't know.
Fit spend pan what? Fit say what? What kind of diaper you buy for the baby for $11,000? What kind of stroller you could I get for the baby? What kind of crib? I'm trying to find out why you need $11,000, and especially when you know he got baby mama 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before you.
Could you live in a dynamic where you had a sister wife, or you had multiple husbands, or there's multiple? Could you live in in which you have multiple husbands, or in which you are one of many wives? Which would you prefer?
Multiple husbands or multiple wives?
And why?
I don't know about multiple husbands, because that first of all, that sounds like a lot of work. That sounds like a whole bunch of work. Because first of all, one man gonna want to talk. No, there's gonna be a whole lot of pulling you this way and that way. Never mind. Oh, and so wait, with multiple wives, me and you and she, we all sharing that one he. I can't.
Why
she
not?
can't.
Why not?
She doesn't want to. That's not her preference.
Oh, of course.
That's not her preference.
No.
Myself, I could see myself in either a sister wife situation or with multiple husbands, and I think the multiple husband is polyandry. Either way, but anyhow, I think some of the benefits with that is that you can focus more on the children, and you have like many more hands and that many more eyes and that many more hearts that are on this child. And so I see the benefit of it as long as people can get their shit together, get their emotions intact. What other topics? Hey, Weed Man, you got any topics for the ladies of Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana?
Oh, damn. Do I have any?
He's our male perspective. So if you have any, go ahead and DM any of your topics, any of your experiences that you want us to discuss. Well,
I can discuss one while we waiting. I mean, first of all, let me explain how it goes. Now, like I said, my daughters, their fathers in their life. So
that's what's up.
So first of all, my oldest daughter is 22. Now, me and her bumped into each other the other day at the weed store. Okay. We both were standing there, and she just was like, "Oh, mommy, we're buying weed together." Yes, we're buying weed together. So, I let her have that moment. I was in my head. I kind of said it to myself too, like, "Oh, say what? We buying weed together." You know what I mean? But then we get in there, and it must have been one white boy in there that she done decided to tell him that she's my child. So when I go back and see him again, he decides to say, "Hey, you're the one with the real pretty daughter." Yeah. And I literally gave him that one of those.
Oh man.
Hey, first of all, slide to the left. First of all, flag on the play. No, unnecessary roughness. No, who in the fuck? No, a bitch could never. No, who told you to pull up on this lane? No, who told you we was qualified? Or you tried to put in an application, you say. You tried to put in an application.
That was his application.
To do what?
That was his application.
To say what? Oh, you thought because you work in the weed stuff. And then he said to me, "Well, what's wrong with me? I'm from North Philly." North what? What's his side? What's his side? Unless you know how to handle something from Brooklyn. I said BROOKLYN, kill again. The fuck out of here. No, son. Sit down. Have several seats face the wall. This is not. You're not qualified, sir. You're not qualified. And I did that for many reasons. One, no, we don't do the swirl. My child, we don't do the swirl. Brooklyn, we don't do the swirl. 718 Bronx, we don't do the swirl. We don't do the swirl. We don't do the swirl.
I love her.
We don't do the swirl. We don't do the swirl. We don't do the swirl. No, that's reason number one. You feel me? Never mind. The fact is, as a mother, as a Caribbean mother, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Panama. I automatically it was like I put my old lady glasses on and looked at him and tipped my eyes and said, wait. What you think you can do with my daughter? What? Who are you? You don't. What kind of place you think you have in my house? No. You think you could even smile at her? No, go away. No, you worth nothing. I would not stand it. It will not happen. Go away.
Hashtag we don't do the swirl.
We don't do the swirl.
Hashtag no swirl.
No swirls.
Hashtag no
We
swirl.
don't do that. We don't do that. Never mind. So we don't do the swirl. We don't like your look. We don't like the fact that we know you only make $12 an hour. You work at the weed store. Bud tenders only make $12 an hour.
I need gunshots.
Bud tenders, and my child make more money than you because she got 3 jobs. So the first thing she gonna look at you and go, "Hold up, wait a minute, your money ain't nowhere near what mine in it." All right, so get the fuck up out of here. We not doing that. So go on. And as soon as I told her, she was like, "Well, a bitch could never." Exactly what I told him, honey. I don't even know, because my child just like me. Because literally, it's like I put myself in her space and looked at him like, "You what?" Yeah, I'm glad you know we pretty, but this is not the chocolate you could ever taste. I say
reintroducing the subject, no swirl. Hashtag no swirl.
Taste. Hashtag no swirl. Hashtag that not even the Cash App would help you. Not even if you jumped in the Hash App could that help you. The fact that you work at the weed store and get an extra discount don't even make you look any nicer. Well,
I need gunshots.
Yeah, we need gunshots. Hey, do you have any questions for us? Keep them coming from the male perspective.
I got one. How old is too old for car sex?
Whoa.
You're never too old for
You
car
ain't never
sex.
too old
As
for
long
car
as your
sex.
joints are working and you can
You
crawl
ain't
behind
never
that
too old for
car,
car sex.
or in that back seat, or in that
Wow.
front seat.
Oh my God.
Get your fuck on, boo.
Oh my God.
Some motherfuckers live in their car. I used to live in mine.
God.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
we must wave.
Shout out, wave, yes. Shout
Yes,
out,
wave.
our hack one, RK hack
Yes.
one.
But no, we've never too old for car sex, and
I agree.
and I as a
Shout out,
as,
Rousey Bras.
as an author blogger, I write about this shit. I recommend that, not only based on the fact that you only got one life, but also why not, keep it exciting. That's actually a memory that becomes memories. And like the song, memories don't live like people. That should become memories, especially if you do
I
it
love
more than
car
once.
sex. My
Especially
husband
if
and I
you've done
end
it
up
more
fucking
than
the car all
once.
the time.
I'm just, especially if you've done it more than once.
Mhm.
All
All right, what else? Come with it.
What else?
Shit, man. I don't know. How do y'all destigmatize? Like, what lessons do y'all do with y'all children to destigmatize, like smoking marijuana?
I mean, when with me, it was always something that always was part of the household. Because when I was younger, when I first had Africa, my oldest, she, what I'm saying, I lived in a like 1-bedroom apartment, studios and shit, places where it wasn't no situation where I could, hide my weed smoking. I wasn't about to, and those wasn't the situations where I could step outside and smoke weed. Weed was illegal in New York. Weed is, I mean, for the most part, weed is sort of kind of still illegal in New York. You know what I'm saying? So, so hell yeah, I smoked in the house. So she always saw weed in the house, always, always smelled weed, knew shit. There were times when she'd be walking right next to me, walking me to the weed man store, like wherever, meeting the weed man shit. Matter of fact, there was plenty of times when my 4 and 5-year-old Africa got a whole $5 because he was like looking at her like, oh, this is your doctor? She's so cute with me. I'll give her $5. And right away, I'm like, look, not only did we get weed, but we also got money to buy dinner. What's really good? We got money for buy dinner because the weed man thought you was cute. You feel me? So I mean, so literally, I mean, it was always something that's in the house, and now she smokes. And and she buys her own weed again. We bumped into each other the other day at the weed store, and we had a special mommy daughter moment at the weed line. Like, yes, we're buying weed together.
But y'all don't smoke together.
No, we do not. No, we do not. I do not need to smoke with Africa. Africa does not need to smoke with me. She smokes with her friends, and that's exactly how I like it. She can smoke in the house because the fact is she lives here. She pays rent. She can smoke in the house. She can. Her friend do smoke in the house. Pass me a blunt. No.
Yeah.
And if I'm sitting here and I'm smoking and she comes to me and talks to me, there's no me passing her a blunt. That's not gonna happen. We're not on that level. We will never be on that level, and I'm happy with that.
What about you, Will?
What about me?
What about you? Like, how do you destigmatize with your children?
Well, I made the choice a long time ago to, when I do have children, that I would be open with things like weed and the topic of sex and what have you. That's because my parents were so strict when it came to that. I got my ass whooped because they found weed on me. I've been smoking weed since I was 13, and they would find my weed and beat my ass. You feel me? And so I was using it to calm my nerves and to keep from doing other things like, I need not say what.
Well, what if you smoked at 13? What if you find a 13-year-old smoking weed?
Well, I would prefer that not be the case, really.
Me
There's
too.
just,
Me too.
you're still a baby. I
would prefer because the first thing
in
out here I would be
rebellion.
like, how, especially out here because you can't go in the weed store. So who the fuck is you getting it from?
Yeah.
So that's the
the
first thing is
concern.
I'm gonna be like, who the fuck sold you
Right.
weed? And especially if it's better than mine, I'm gonna be like, well, shit.
Or if it's mine, that's a
Well,
whole
shit.
nother problem.
Or if it's bitch, if it's mine, bitch. Ooh, you trying?
It
die
better not
if
be
it's
mine,
mine.
baby. No,
You
but
trying
yeah,
to
I would
die
prefer
if
that
it's
not
mine.
be the case, really, for several reasons. Call me a hypocrite, but hey, I was a rebellious teen. I don't want my daughters to be rebellious teens. But then I'd have an honest discussion about it, and I would let them know, like, hey, if weed is something that you're really interested in, I am an advocate for cannabis. There's topicals, there's tinctures that you could take, if that's what you use it for. But by the time you're of age and you're, a responsible young lady, then there's nothing, and that's fine. We could even smoke together. I do have a 16-year-old son that I smoke weed with. He is not my biological son, so he had a whole life before I met him, which is one of the reasons why we do smoke together, and he smoked with his, mom and everything like that. And we also do it as a way to bond, because I love cannabis, and he's a responsible young man, and he already has his own job and his own, business going. And so I am totally okay with that. And I do respect that my sister here has other views. Those are her views, and you all might share, one of those views. But anywho, any other questions?
Sorry.
It's
This
okay.
weed is good.
This weed is
But-
amazing.
Oh, the weed
We
is
are
amazing.
This
We
right
are
here that I'm
smoking.
passing you is Professor Chaos.
Professor
Professor
Chaos.
This is sativa.
Professor Chaos.
Sativa.
You guys are any growers or anybody?
I don't know.
Let us know. You know what I mean? Always looking for sponsors. You know what I mean?
Oh, we definitely looking for
My favorite-
sponsors.
My
And
favorite.
we are
yes.
looking, hold on. We looking for sponsors. We looking for brand ambassadors. Currently we got one brand ambassador, and she is doing her thing, but we damn sure need more. So if you have a social media following, whatever it is, if you're willing to post for us once a week, come on through. And the fact is, once we start getting our merch together, because we're gonna get t-shirts together and shit like that, brand ambassadors get them first. So why not?
Also, my favorite strain of weed, RK Hack 1, is GG number 4. What's your favorite strain of weed?
Oh my God, really? He's asking a question. What's my favorite strain? He know I don't really give a fuck. I go to the store and ask what's the price. He know that for a fact. So go on, Ruby, tell him what you like. He know that already.
That's my favorite strain of weed.
He know that already.
It's the go-to. Usually, dispensaries have it. You feel me? It's not some like silly, crazy name like Spiderweb number 8 or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Like the shit we smoked. That was that shit. Cat piss, remember?
Oh shit! Yeah, we smoke a lot of weed. So holla at us. Like I said, sponsor. It's going to a good cause. We are mothers, and our children are all of our children are the future. Purple haze. All right, cool. RK Hack 1 says his is purple haze.
Oh,
Hey.
Shout out Jimi Hendrix.
Why we shouting out Jimi Hendrix?
He has
The
a.
Purple Haze. Come on, girl.
Girl, I don't know that.
Hey, it's all
That's
good.
why I
It's all
asked.
good. That's why we all ask. Yes. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Let me think. Okay.
Sex, motherhood, marijuana.
With regards to what?
During everything that's going on right now, how are you quarantining with your children?
Oh,
Good one. Good
Lord.
I'll let you
Now,
go.
that's
first.
a good one right there.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
How y'all getting along?
The fact is that one is just content with not going to school. She's dead ass on some real shit. She's like, what? I ain't gotta go back to school. Hell yeah. She happy as fuck.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be, but she is happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my youngest, she's dying to go back to daycare. She really wants to go back to daycare. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's crazy because she even said it. She was like, you know, the reason why we can't go outside is because there's a disease outside and we waiting for it to finish. Like her whole saying that was just like, wow, the positivity of it, the fact that she's smart enough to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she was, you know, she's, you know, clear enough to say it out loud, to explain it in the simplest fucking form. It's just like, wow, you know what I mean? And that's what we all really doing. We literally waiting for it to fucking finish. And it's cool because, like I said, my middle daughter really is just happy that she ain't got to go back to fucking school. She's definitely ready to just be on the computer every day and just signing and talking to her friends like, yeah, over there, stay over there. You know what I mean? She good with that. But the youngest one, she want to go back to daycare, and it's hard to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to deal with that, knowing that, you know, you want them to live as normally as possible, but they feeling this shit too. You know what I mean? They really feeling this shit too.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
How about you?
Well, the school was gracious enough to provide them with laptops, and so they have their own logins and doing that part. Then my husband and I have created like things that we want them to learn. You feel me? And so as far as their schoolwork goes, it's kind of like one subject for us. We're just bunching all that shit together. You feel me? And then there's other subjects, including business, and then including health, and just other subjects we want them to focus on. And we're having fun with it. We haven't implemented all of them yet. We're still working on, a schedule. And sometimes I need my own space. And sometimes I'm like, okay, even teachers get breaks. So I'm going to take this long ass break where I'm going to watch this movie and we'll talk about it when I get up. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to do my little thing. And that's my self-care. I have to make sure I'm good. My husband and I make sure we have our time alone with each other and without each other too, and so my kids are very respectful of that, and they have their own time too. But anywho, like I said, we are now, all of us parents are now teachers and educators, as we always have been, but now we're in charge of this secular education as well. Hey, bring it on.
Amen.
You know what I mean? And so I just feel like, who better to teach our kids anyway? And thank you for the school for providing these laptops, whatever your agendas are. We won't talk about that, but thank you, because you saved me some money.
I mean, I didn't take up the laptop offer simply because I have a laptop and I want to be able to monitor what's going on, because my child is 11 and
we're monitoring, all right,
and we want to be able to see and decipher fast and in a hurry and track motherfuckers down if motherfuckers need to be tracked down. You feel me? We're not playing them games. No, we not. No, we not. So, but yeah, and her school is kind of, they're on spring break right now, so they haven't started sending out assignments yet, but they will next week, and hopefully it'll be busy work, because so far what they sent so far is not busy enough work to keep them busy. Never mind the fact that we all home all day. We all home all fucking day, and it's like, so it's a strain on the psyche. It's a strain, on just generally just being optimistic, and but at the same time you gotta be because it's not just you in the household, it's you, it's your children, and you're lucky enough that you have your partner to quarantine with, because some of us.
Well, depending, some people are driving each other crazy. I just happen to get along with my partner, but yeah, I'm sure some people are driving each other nuts.
I wonder how many of your audience are
It's just
being
subjective.
nuts.
Yeah. Comment. Tell us how you're doing. If you're attached or if you're not, what's up?
How you doing?
How are you doing out there?
How you doing with dealing with this? Have you been watching all the online quarantine parties and shit? I mean,
shout out D-Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody cooking. Yeah, she know about D-Nice.
I know about it. But see, I did. It just didn't click. It didn't click at the moment. How dare I say that? That's OG right there.
That's OG right there, yo.
Dude, shout out KRS-One. I know he was working with D-Nice back in the day.
All of that. I mean, shoot. I mean, everybody.
I was grooving to that shit earlier. Like, dang.
Everybody got one. Everybody got one. And everybody's doing one. And it's just like that. Or it's either that or the TikToks. And I'm not doing nobody's TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
No, don't do TikTok.
No
I apologize because I feel like a hypocrite because I have a couple of them because I was bored as fuck, and I fell into the matrix. But I would suggest that y'all delete your account. I'm not gonna research it. I'm not saying shit.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
I have enough responsibilities on social media than to be calling myself shaking my ass to some funky song and looking
they're so
stupid
fun.
As fuck.
You people are
and
evil.
Looking stupid as fuck. For who's entertainment?
Hey, I'm glad that y'all got the information of them celebrities.
We don't do it. We not doing that. We not doing that.
Shout out the owners of TikTok. They live in China.
Oh,
hey, I said I need to stop. I'm gonna stop.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop.
But shit, and let's be honest. Damn near everything come on now. We fucking have. And the made in China ain't gonna never go away. The idea of made in China, the tag on your clothes that say made in China, that shit ain't never gonna go away. On your groceries, that shit ain't never gonna go away. No matter what this happens, and this shit ain't never go away. And again, I feel this shit is real. This shit is definitely real. Definitely something to pay attention to. But on some real shit.
Let's get back to
it. Is a fucking distraction, motherfuckers. And unless you recognize that, you a plum fool.
What's in the weed?
Minding my business, though. I'm trying to mind my business, though. It's hard.
Well, all I gotta say is, okay,
I got one more blunt, so.
Yes.
We're gonna make it last.
Yes, absolutely. And I think another thing that, you know what I mean, that we gotta remember about this whole situation is that you gotta stay positive, yo. No matter what the fuck it is you do to keep yourself going. Do that, yo.
Hype yourself up.
Do that. If you gotta be in the mirror, you should be hyping yourself up regardless. Fuck that. You're the shit all day, every day. Fuck a hoe. All day, every day. Fuck a hoe. You feel me?
Word.
All day. You feel me?
Sister.
But you know what I'm saying? But whatever you do in your life to keep yourself positive, do that.
And be kind. Man. Kindness goes a long way.
You know what I'm saying? And be considerate of the of other people's shit. Like I said, my whole shit with fucking with Peggy is like, yo, bitch, you mad at something that ain't mad at you. Like a plant ain't mad at you. So you concerned that motherfuckers were standing online to get they shit because that's they shit. Like it's just the same as if you was online at the supermarket getting your food. That's your shit. You need your shit, right or wrong. You need it. So why the fuck you sit around and judge? No. Fucking stay positive. Whatever you need to do to stay positive in these times, do that. and don't judge. Don't be fucking an asshole about it. Don't be, you know what I mean? And don't fucking fall into the fucking panic mode. Don't do it, because that's what they want you to do. I really believe that that's what they want you to do, and it's not that serious, yo. It's really not. It's
share
really
the toilet
not.
paper, share your wealth, share your resources.
You know what I mean?
Share your toilet
You know
paper.
what
I really mean
And
that. There are
support these small
people
businesses
that have nothing. There are people that have no options, and
Mhm.
it's like, what of those? You feel me? And I know that we can't solve the whole issue, but this is the time as a community that we need to come together. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Nonprofits, stand up. What's up with it? You know what I mean? All you grant writers, when you shout out grant writers, we are looking for some grant writers to help us write some of these grants to redistribute this wealth amongst our communities that need it the most. What of the people that are transient, that don't have the option to stay and work from home as you do, Kai Storm? You feel me?
I mean,
What are the people that aren't collecting these checks that the government is talking about?
I
You
mean,
feel
and what
me?
I heard is some people already got their checks. I heard from the grapevine, from the plantation, like my homegirl like to say, I heard the word on the plantation is that some of y'all got y'all checks. Now, my thing is with these checks is that, yeah, they going to come, but I'm hearing different things that, oh, that money going to get deducted off your next year taxes. Oh, somehow you going to have to pay that back. And, oh, some motherfuckers ain't getting it at all.
Right.
Oh, so it's like,
some are definitely not getting it.
and at the end of the day, the reason why this whole shit was created was the underlying reason was created was to fucking distract you from the fact that Trunk ass, yes, I said Trunk, shout out to Miss Niecy, Trunk is going to get another 4 years. Easy, because that bitch is already, them bitches already, the electoral college already voted that nigga in, because it don't, and because quiet is kept while motherfuckers is talking about that your vote count. Quiet is kept as motherfuckers talk about your vote count. Your vote don't count for a fucking thing. Who everybody out there talking about vote, because your vote count. No, bitch. Electoral college already chose him, already gave him another 4 years, already gave him another 4-year contract. Like NBA, bitch. Fuck out of here. Believe that fuck shit if you want to. Believe that fuck shit if you want to.
Yeah.
That's what a woke motherfucker says. A woke motherfucker says that's exactly what's going to happen. This money's not free money, and at the end of the day, a lot of things that they're doing to call themselves us adjusting to the situation is all about it's adjusting, but it's not working at the same time. Like it's adjusted, but it's not working because we still not back in real life. We all incarcerated. We all got different wardens. That's all that is. We all incarcerated and we all got different wardens. You know what I'm saying? So, I refuse. So unless, until this shit gets to real. Until this shit gets to the point where we all are fucking let go. And again, even when we let go, we still gonna have to, because I mean, my daughter, for example, had 3 part-time jobs in restaurants. She ain't working right now. So when it's time for restaurants to open back up, are they gonna be able to pay money to hire niggas? Nope. They ain't gonna have no money. They're gonna be waiting on government money just like everybody else. And guess what? Whoever get that government money is going to get got next year for that shit. However the government is going to write some fucking clause and it'll get got in that shit. And again, all of this shit it's real, but it's a fucking distraction because Trump bitch ass. Yes, I said Trump bitch ass is getting another 4 years.
All right, I got one more question. One more.
With his
I know
bitch
y'all tired of
red,
hearing
funky
me.
bitch ass.
What? So let's switch it up and what music are you listening to right now? Like consider like it's your shit right now.
Whoa. Honestly, I'm 47, so I've always loved hip hop from the minute I heard that shit as a fucking, you know what I'm saying, 11-year-old and living in Brooklyn, 82, 83, where fucking, you know what I'm saying, shit popped off real and live. You know what I'm saying? So I know real music. And based on the fact that I know real music, some of this and some of these motherfuckers that come out now, I might like a beat and I might rock to it, but ask me who they is, ask me what they is about.
Hey, who they is?
Ask me who is behind them and what they say. Nah, I really couldn't tell you because as far as I'm concerned, music is at the most materialistic level that it could ever be. So therefore, because it's materialistic, it's hard to get real music. I mean, even real fucking artists that really spit real fucking bars have said it in interviews that when they trying to put out real music, motherfuckers don't want to hear that shit. Motherfuckers want to hear about banging hoes and fucking and all kind of expensive ass cars. Like up to now, even though I like the song, was a Meek Mill song where your man says something about how he bought a Rolls Royce just to burn that shit to the ground. And I said, but bitch, but bitch, what kind of pussy wall idiot, Anansi cockroach foolishness did you just say?
Oh, shit.
You bought an expensive vehicle to burn it down, and if a person come up to you and ask you for $5,000, you want to smack them and beat them down? How you live like that, my nigga? How? Sway? How?
You don't know.
You don't know the
You know what I'm
answer.
saying? Like that to me is ridiculous, and while I might listen, I might bob my head, but ask me if I'm buying your music. Ask me if I'm going to your concert. Nope.
There's a lot of good
Nope.
music out there, actually. I love me some Anderson .Paak all day. Always in heavy rotation, along with shout out Dreamville. I'm always bumping some Dreamville, whether it's Cole or JID. I love hip hop too, and I don't even pay attention to the shit that I don't like. You know, it's for the birds. But hey, I also love me some like vibey shit. Shout out Snow Allegra, Ravita. You know what I mean? I love you some Ebbs, the artist. Say It is my shit right now. I just bought an instrumental to Hard Liquor, so I listen to that a lot. So anyway, that's what I listen to. But on a positive tip, I feel like we should just encourage everybody to be really happy, you know, in anything that you do. Now is the time to cut off all toxicity in any form, whether it's in people or whatever. Cut it all off because it just doesn't serve you. And ever since I've done that, I've been so happy. And come what may, I feel just genuinely uplifted. You feel me? And so I think that's what we should do in our communities. Uplift one another, you know, tell a joke, make somebody laugh, share, you know, your substances, think about how to make money together, think about how to grow food, you know what I mean? Think of how to grow your weed, things like that. Be productive, things that you can control. What do you say?
Absolutely, because honestly, I've had to say it to family members myself. I've had to say it to family members where I've had the conversation and say, listen, I'm happy. Yeah, you might say that this and that and this ain't productive. It's not bringing in cash. It's not bringing in money. But I'm happy as an artist, just like Erica Badu. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit, and
That's right,
my
baby.
shit and my shit has layers, and I definitely express every layer because I feel like all of it is going to be left here as marks that I was here. That's. It might sound a little selfish, but that's one of the reasons why I artistically, express myself on a constant basis because I want a mark that shows that I was here and I did something and somebody enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Somebody paid for it. You know what I mean?
Shout out Boss
definitely
Bitch
that.
Queen. She said, y'all just made my day. Best. Thank you, ladies. Beautiful, just beautiful. Blessed up.
Oh,
Thank you,
bless up,
Queen.
honey. Same to you. You know what I mean? That's one of the things
Much
we're here
love.
for. We're definitely here for the upliftment of all sisters. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yes. So we appreciate you watching us.
This
We
is a
appreciate
safe
you,
space.
always, clicking on our posts and definitely checking us out. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you.
But hell yeah, as an artist, as a person, anyway, you gotta express that shit. You gotta be able to, let that shit go and not be moved by other people's judgment. Like unless other people's judgment can turn into cash, unless the other people's judgment can turn into cash that pays your bills, bitch.
We don't give a fuck.
I will not consider your thoughts, sir, or no, ma'am.
Nope.
Nathaniel, because we can't do it. And all my life, I've never seen a thought turn into cash. I've never seen a thought turn into cash. So
an opinion, rather. Thoughts do turn into cash.
Yeah, opinions is what I'm saying. Yes. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? I think if anything, you should be wanting to support somebody doing positive. If you see somebody doing something positive, you should be the first one to jump in and say, yes, keep doing that. Encourage that. You know what I'm saying?
How can I invest in that?
Because that person, because whether it turns into something or not, that the fact that you was always there, that you always had that person's back, is going to be notified. It's going to be part of the whole process. Yes. And that person, whether it is successful or not, is going to be looking at that shit like, yes, I at least tried. I went all the way and saw it all the way through. And this person encouraged me, and this person was always there for me and always believing in what I am doing. Yeah. That is something big. And that is something that you should definitely be, you know what I'm saying, encouraging within yourself. You should be the first one to encourage yourself on that.
Yeah,
never mind other people around you. You know what I'm saying? But if you got people around you and they doing it like that, that's right. That's exactly what you need to continue to do. It's one life, man. It's one life, and as you can see, it can go away in a second. Even before this fuck shit was around, we all saw life go away in a second. We also we've seen talented we watching talented motherfuckers just getting wasted away, whether they're wasting away themselves or or somebody just hating and jumped in and wasted them away, for whatever reason they had. You know what I mean? So no, one life, do it, B. Never stop.
Absolutely.
Never stop. Whatever is your encouragement, whatever keeps you positive, whatever the fuck keeps you going for yourself. Never mind if you have children. You know what I mean? Because I'm not saying just have them and taking care of them, because Lord knows we already know there's some bitches just having them and not doing shit.
Right.
Whatever. Minding my business though.
All right, everybody. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our actual podcast drops when, Queen?
Mother's Day,
Mother's Day
2020.
2020,
You
May
know
10th.
what I mean? So
all this footage will be available and more.
more.
So please
And
keep
more.
in touch with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
Thank you so much for being with us during this time. You hear my children in the back, so you already know it's definitely a motherhood, sex, marijuana situation, you know. And yeah,
You have a beautiful night as
you have
well.
a beautiful afternoon, good evening, whatever it is in your hood, because as you can see, it's still sunny, bright in an early day in our
It's
hood.
just Seattle.
But that's just Seattle, you know what I mean? It is. But thank you for being with us, and see you next time. Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the building. Hey.
Hey.
That was great. That was great.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up, honey.
Good job.
Wow.